One of the biggest issues I see with players right now is that many of them are really good. They've got decent mechanics, aim, and game sense, but there's one mistake they keep repeating, which is holding them back from hitting top 500. So today, I'm going to review your ranked games and break down exactly what's going wrong, while also showing you my own thought process and decision making so you can start winning more ranked matches. I'm currently top 600 in the world with over 1,000 hours in the finals, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so today we're going to be coaching viewers and reviewing their gameplay to see what they can fix. So for this video, I'm going to be looking at Quibio's gameplay and we're going to see what he can improve. Okay, so right off the bat, he's running M11, H-Infuser, Gateway, and Glitchnade. Now, if you know anything about Light, this is the best loadout to be running right now on Light because all three of these gadgets get you the most value. So if you're running this loadout, this is really good. Personally, I use this loadout in ranked as well. So yeah, let's just see. All right, so he gateways back on the pad, which is actually good. The thing I like about this is that, look at this gateway. Look, this is a good gateway. First of all, look where the cash out is. He knows that A is in the back. So he's like, okay, if I do get boxed, I can place my post gate and take my gateway to A. So already, good job by putting your gateway on the pad right here. Because you're not going to be able to use it on the box. You're going to have to reverse gate it. Because it's going to be glitched anyway. Okay. Okay. Quibio. What was that glitch? What was that glitch? Hold on. I need to replay that. Okay, so why did we right-click the glitch, bro? I never want to see that again. All right. And then the other problem I have with this too is you right-clicked your first glitch and then you just threw the second glitch nowhere to nothing. So already you got zero glitch value. You got zero glitch value, bro. But yeah, you healed your teammates, so that's good as well. Okay, and then another problem I have here is you're all three in one area. So if the heavy pushes you now, or lock bolts you, or RPGs you, y'all are all gonna take damage and you're gonna be put on 1 HP. So if the heavy pushes you right now, you're in a terrible spot. I would recommend backing up here. All right, look, this is what I mean. Heavy pads up, RPGs all three of you, your medium is low and you're low too. And you have no heal, so you're forced to back up here, and now you only have one glitch for this heavy. I mean, you have one. Yeah, okay, heavy's dead. Heavy made a bad play, but like you're already low, which is bad. But luckily y'all were able to diff this team here. That's good. Good wipe. So as you can see, pink and purple both wiped at the same time. Yeah, and then just go your cash out here. Just go B. Okay, now I want to see where Quibio decides to play because this can be very interesting. Another problem I have here is, I know I do this a lot in my gameplay too, but you never want to place your gateway like right above the cash out because they're gonna see that gateway, bro. Your gateway is going to get glitched. So instead, what I'd recommend doing is, let's say you put your box in. You need to put your gateway, like, let's say in the corner or just behind that wall, or at least try to hide it a bit, you know? At least, like, put it behind this wall or just somewhere where it's not obvious, you know? Because if that gets glitched, then you get no gateway. So, yeah. Okay, one guy on bridge. I would back up here. Okay. He's playing BFR, so you don't want to chow this until they push. He's going for off angle. Very good off angle. They're getting steel. Looks like they're gonna play. No, the heavy's gonna drop here. Okay. Nice. Gets one kill. Okay, I would help your heavy here.
Nice shots, boys. One up. Nice.
All right, your medium's already there, but I would say like you could help your heavy a little bit more in that fight. Like you had your utility to dash up there and try to heal your heavy. You know, since they were all up there, might as well just go up there and just fight as a team. So in a normal 3v3 like that, I would instantly dash up there and try to help my heavy just to keep him alive. All right, he looks to be holding the same spot. In this situation, I would play red building. So what I would do is the building over there, the middle building that's red, I would play there because I already have a gateway set up on cash out. So in case they are pushing, I could just gateway back. It makes it harder for other teams to push. Because another thing that you're doing is you're giving too much info. You're the first one that's peeking. You know, if you're holding cash out and you're giving too much info at the start of a fight, it just makes everything harder for you. So you just need to be patient and learn to not give info. Okay, heavy gets picked off here. Right kill switch. Okay, good heal. And then I would glitch that as well. Yeah, I mean, they're stealing, yeah. Very good glitch. Okay. Okay, this time, I like how you saved one glitch for the dome shield. Guys, if you're going to glitch, don't waste your second glitch. At least make sure you have one glitch saved for the dome shield. And then he also got his heal off as well. Red barrel. Okay, good barrel usage. And then he has enough utility to kill that last guy. Nice. And then also, chat, also, look at this. Look at this. Look how Quibo, he has 2 dashes and he's on 80 HP. Look how he dashes while he's shooting. If you play light, especially if you play M11, you need to learn how to do this. Look what he does here. He dashes while shooting. You guys need to go in the practice range and learn how to do this right now. It takes a while to learn, but if you can dash while shooting, it is very important. Yeah, and he wins that on 80 HP because he had 2 dashes there and he used them correctly. But yeah, good aim on that player. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. And he teabags. Cool. All right, now you're going Vault 4. Pink is wiped. Orange and... okay, purple got wiped as well. It's going to open 4 here, and he's going to get it. Okay, this is... Now, look, here's the thing. Since it's not a 3v3, and you have the pacing advantage on the other teams, then you can gate the box. But, however, in a 3v3 at the start of the game, box 1, you never want to prioritize gating the box. You always want to place an escape gateway, or you want to reverse gate it, you know? And yeah, so, okay, he has to go D here.
Oh, we could run C. We could run C.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I was gonna say you can run C. The reason he wants to run C is because C is a corner cash out. Thing is with D is that there's more of a chance that you're gonna get third partied on D because it's in the middle of the map and they're just, the spawns are gonna be closer to D, so teams will be more tempted to third party D. So he's like, yeah, we have to go C because C is a corner cash out, and that just corner cash outs are just better because they give you the advantage. So he's like, okay, take 4, let's go C because they have time. However, Pink might spawn on them though. Okay, another thing that he did here is always ask your medium for a dash pad. Yeah, he's like, do you have pads so I can move faster? Always ask your medium for a dash pad so you can do stuff like that. And then yeah, and then you're just gonna get a simple plug on C. Also, chat, if you didn't know, you can actually yeah, take your dash momentum from this pad and you can jump on this ledge. He missed the ledge, but you can jump on that and it gets you super far. But I mean, that's just some small tech that you can do on this map. Okay, they're planning to do the goo. They're planning to play on top with the goo. Okay, bro. Okay, he fumbled the goo. All right. However, the problem with playing on top of this goo as a light is that if you get RPG'd or get hit by any utility like a lock bolt or something happens, you know, as a light, you're super fragile. So if anything happens to you while you're up there, first of all, they know that you're there and you're just going to get sprayed out instantly. So that's the problem. You can't give info if you're playing light. You can't be the first one to reveal your position. It just makes the game super hard to play. So if you're playing up here, and yeah, it's just gonna be hard to play the game. But yeah, I mean, so far you're doing pretty well. Just a little bit of positioning to be careful about. Also, you have a gateway up. You have your gateway back, so you need to place an escape gateway somewhere. Yeah, you just gotta remember. You gotta have that habit of like knowing when your gateway's ready, like knowing to have your gateway down. Okay, he sees a team coming. I'm not bro. You would never want to play up here, even as an M11. You can't get any value up here. You're just a free body up here. You can't shoot anyone from here. And yeah, you're in the open. But okay, I mean, nobody pushed you there, so that's nice. Okay. No, I would dash out there. I would, okay. Yeah, he recognizes his mistake. So it's good that they're trying to stop orange here. Once pink gets it, you have 1 minute 20. All right, heavy. Yep, heavy gets orange. Nice. Okay, good stuff. Okay, this is good griefing. You want to stop orange. Yeah, stop orange. Now you want to go 5 or 6 here. You need to go now. Like, yeah, get the first res. You don't want to get the second res. You have to go get plug right now. Purple already opened it, but you want to, yeah, just make sure orange is... If you wipe orange, this is huge here. The thing is, you don't want to get wiped here either. Yeah, he's like, survive, don't push. This is very risky. I would just go for plug right now. Like, just go for the plug. Yeah, he's like, yeah, now they're like, okay, we're going 6. But you should have been doing that earlier. You shouldn't be fighting this orange team right now. It's good that they did stop orange from stopping the box. So that's good. I mean, orange is going to get grouped out here, which is good. Yeah, they're gonna let it despawn. Okay, nice. Now, all you have to do is grief orange here. Yeah, he's like, orange is good. We want to get purple in. Here's the thing. I don't want pink in either because purple has the lowest money. So I would grief. If I was you right now, I would go and grief pink out while your team is griefing orange. Because, okay, you see orange crossing over now. So now you want to grief orange. But I mean, you did let pink in and pink isn't too far down. They're only 2k below orange. So I would say you needed to go to the catch out a little bit earlier just so that purple could get in. Okay, nice beam, nice beam. Get him, get him. Nice. And then it's just the end of the round. Okay. Okay, solid round. I would just say that you have very good mechanics. I would just say you need to learn good positioning on some of the cash outs. Because if a good team, like a top 500 team, goes up against you with your positioning, you would get picked off really quickly. So you just need to learn how to position and not give info and learn where to play as an M11 light, you know? You can't get peeked at the start of the fight. So you need to play a spot where you won't get peeked at the start of the fight. You need to not give info as a light. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. You always want to look at comps before the game starts. You're like, oh yeah, you know, double medium light, HML, double MH. You know, always want to look at the comps before you fight. So that way, on the first box, you know what comp they're doing. And based off of knowing what comp they're playing, you know exactly what move they're gonna make. You know, so if they have a light, you're like, okay, be careful for a flank. If they don't have a light and they have double medium heavy, you're like, okay, I need to get glitch value here. This is gonna happen. We need to play the fight a lot more slower. You know, if they're double heavy, then quit the game. But like, you know, looking at comps is very important before the game starts. So that's another thing you need to do. It just gives you free info. So you always need that. Okay, another thing I like about this guy, he's super good with placing a pre-gate on these first boxes, which is what I like to see. Okay, he early gates. Interesting. Interesting early gate. I mean, they pad up here. Again, you got spotted first, but that's all right though. Yeah, nice. Have your 8 infuser out. You overhealed your heavy. You shouldn't have wasted 14 of your heal bullets. You just need to be careful for that. And yeah, getting some chip damage. Your heavy kind of through there. I mean, your heavy just hopped in there. No info, no comms or anything. Unfortunate. It's all good though. I mean, just do your best to help your... Nice. Good positioning, actually. There we go. And it's a 1v1 staircase. I wouldn't fight that because he has... Okay, you're better. Nice. The thing is, I wouldn't fight that here because, look, you have 2 dashes and you're 60 HP. This is very much like a 50-50 here. So in this situation, I would dash away because it's too big of a risk to be 1 HP and fight a heavy with a heal ball. If a heal ball isn't there, I would fight that. But since the heal bar is there and he's playing a head glitch, any experienced BFR player would easily kill you here. But you know, good movement and mechanics here. So that was nice. That was nice. One thing I really like is that your mechanics are really good mechanics. All right, now they white pink and they're just gonna go A here. So it's a pretty standard start to a game, but I mean, I want to see where he goes wrong here. I want to see what he does to mess up.
All right, here, we'll kite them over to us. They won the box.
So yeah, their team's like, okay, they spawned A and they're like, okay, we're gonna kite them over. So that's a good play. Yeah, okay, that was a good gateway, actually. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good gateway.
1B.
One is low. Again, here's the thing. Look at this. Like, sure, you get damage here. However, the problem with this is any experienced player, 9 times out of 10, you would die here against a good team. Okay, like what I would do in this situation is get this medium half and instantly dash back because you know his teammate is going to back him up here and you might die. You didn't die this time, but any good team would kill you here. So when you get that medium half, you instantly want to back up here because it's too risky as a light. You should have died there. I'm sorry. No. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. You have 0 dashes and you decide to go for a flank. You cannot fight this. You cannot chow this medium. You're gonna lose. You have 0 dashes. You have no gateway set up. You're gonna lose this fight. So, I mean, you got incredibly lucky. The fact that he shot 3 shells at you and you didn't die, you got incredibly lucky. So now you're just... Okay, they get the trade off of him. Nice, just heal your team. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, we lose so much pace because we're forward here.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, like we lose so much pace. You do lose a lot of pace. That's why you don't peek first as a light. That's why you don't over peek as a light. Matter of fact, you don't over peek as a light and you don't want to peek on no utility, meaning no dashes. If you peek on no dashes, that's like a death sentence. You're trying to die. You know, small plays like that can make a difference in the fight. All right, now where do you position yourself in this fight? Yeah, okay, you also need to set up your gateway. The fact that you haven't set up your gateway yet is is a bit of a problem. You need to set up your gateway. Okay. Again. Because here's the thing. Again, you peaked first in the fight. You took a lot of damage. If you get patted on right now, you lost the fight because you took first damage again. And look, your team is still full, but you're the one that's slow. You know, like stuff like that. You can,
Wait, yeah, we gotta play far back. Play on the stairs.
okay, you heal up here. Yeah, that's what I mean. You get patted up on, and then you're supposed if you go to reset before the fight actually starts, you already lost. But if you were, if you were back on this cash out, H infusing your heavy while he was peeking that team, that would be better. But since you went to reset before the fight started, now you're in an awkward spot. But okay, you seem to recover pretty well. Oh, it looks to be two teams here, actually. Like, if your team gets RPG'd, you're gonna take damage too, so you need to watch out here. Yeah, like, we can't be challenging long angles like that, too. That's why you need the off angle, bro. That's why you need the off angle. Play a little back, because this spot is impossible to play if you get pushed.
Medium top on your left, right. I'm reloading. Heavy half.
Okay.
You mind if I chase that?
Okay, yeah, here's the thing. You messed up a dasher. So you're on two dashes and you can get some damage, but I don't know, I wouldn't repeat that if I were you. Because here's the thing, even if you get this heavy, the other heavy might chase you. That's what I mean. Yeah, like his teammate's gonna get you and now you have no utility to run away.
No, they're on my gas in the void.
Nice, there we go. But just micro decisions like that matter. Like, you were able to thirst the heavy, but I would just say keeping the heavy away and staying alive is much more important in a 3v3v3. So when there's two teams, you want to stay alive more than you want to get kills. It's more about the cash out than the kills in that situation. But against a good team, these could very well decide fights. That's why I'm pointing this out. Now, here's the thing. When you're attacking a cash out, it's very different, and it matters more about staying alive, like kiting, just being able to not die, pretty much. I know it sounds dumb when I say that, but like, I'll see if I can get an example here.
Yeah. On point.
Yeah, so he sees one guy roof.
They've got Guyo.
Yeah, okay, good. See, look what he does here. He dumps his entire mag, and he doesn't try to repeak that. And you're not gonna be able to get the steal here, most likely. Yeah, no, like, you won't be able to steal that.
On me, behind me.
Oh, you gotta kill this.
I'm glitched.
I'm dead.
You're just gonna lose pacing here. I would not fight this cash out at all. See, now you're in an awkward spot here. Both of your teammates are dead and you're just trying to stay alive. Now you're put on your back foot and you have to wait for your teammates to either coin or go and get reses, which is gonna stall another 30 seconds to a minute. In this situation, I wouldn't even fight that cash out because that's unwinnable since there's two other teams there and Orange have such a hold on that cash out. I wouldn't try to go for the cash out. I would go probably rotate somewhere else on the map and try to get kills. And I would just tell your team to not try to steal that. Look, now they have 3k. Orange is 3k above you and you're waiting for reses, so this is not ideal at all. Yeah, okay, we're going 6 now. I mean, like, this is not too bad of a spot, but I mean, your teammates have to coin here. And now you have no gateway too.
That's good for us. That means there's only gonna be one team. There won't be 3 teams of like a fucking third place.
On us, bubble.
How was she hitting?
Shoot turret. Shoot the turret.
I got third.
No, you just have to run with the box. Yeah, you just have to, yeah. What was that gateway? Okay, that gateway was kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of like a panic gateway. Because now, how do you cross this open without a gateway? Orange, purple's on you. That was a bad gateway. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. If you had a gate, if you didn't waste your gateway on the bridge, you had D. You had a free plug on D. Yeah, that's it. I think it was the gateway there. Unfortunate. And now you're fighting a minute cash out, which Orange is holding on. Unfortunate, bro. On that last box, bro, you shouldn't have fought that double. Because the mistake you made in this game was fighting that cash out on yellow building and getting your whole pacing messed up by that cash out. So that one mistake cost you the game, as well as the gateway.
The repeater out right.
I don't have regen. Pushing me, right side. I'm dead.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna hold you now. They have such a hold on this cash out. Okay. Yeah, there's only so much you can do in situation. In summary, I would say Quibio QBO, your mechanics are insane, bro. You have top 100 level mechanics. I would say like your aim, sure, your aim could lose like a little work, but I mean, I would say it's more of the you're finding random stuff for no reason, like that cash out on C. You shouldn't have fought that at all. So yeah, I would say you need to focus on your decisions and what cash outs you decide to fight in the first place. So you need to be smarter on what cash outs you're playing, and definitely review your own games to see what cash out should I fight instead. Every game you lose, record it, clip it, and look what cash out you messed up your pacing on, because I think the reason you might be losing games is because you're pacing. And then also, I've criticized you a lot this game, but again, I'm not a perfect player either, and you know, you could probably do the same to my gameplay as well, but from my perspective and in my opinion, this is everything you did wrong. Other than that, you're like an insanely good player. But like, no hate to QBO, W video, and thank you so much for the submission. And yeah.